Well, we're going on a road trip today. We're going to show you a little bit about TCU and the area that surrounds it. Believe it or not, Fort Worth is more than just a whole bunch of cowboys pushing up cattle down the main street of Fort Worth. That's right, we have education. That's right. Well, TCU, I like to do that, TCU. The Horned Frogs have recently had some national exposure, and it's been really good for this city. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you a few places around the university that really make it popular. This is a high-end area, a lot of beautiful architecture for you to stare at and possibly purchase if that's what you're into. But I did want to show you some of the restaurants and entertainment that's available to you and talk to you a little bit about it, show you what's going on in the area, and I really mean this. There's no way to put all that into one video. If I did, it would be like 14 hours long about the TCU area and all the cool stuff that surrounds it, okay? And maybe we'll do more as time permits, but listen, I only have so many hours in a day. Trust me, you don't want to listen to me that long. So let's take a look. I want to show you around. You would not believe how many takes I've had on this today. And the reason why is because this was a road trip video. We actually are going to show you some videos of going around town in the TCU area because we like to eat over there. And there's a lot of really good food. And we just spent some time. So I'm just like wasted out on my brain, just totally just wiped as far as energy level is concerned. So if I'm just giving you like 30%, I apologize, but we've got to get you some information today. And so I'm going to give it to you anyway, despite my brain being halfway in and halfway out. If it's leaking a little bit coming out this side, I apologize, but we're going to move forward nonetheless because TCU is a great place to live. And I think if you're looking in that area, you're not going to go wrong. I will say this. For those of you that enjoy architecture, that's going to be a prime location. A lot of different types of houses. You're not going to see the same house side by side over in this area. So whether you're on the Bel Air side or Edmonds Ranch, where there's some higher end housing up that way, you can get up into the $3 and $4 million homes. Or you can find something fairly affordable in the 5 to 1 million range around the area that's going to be really, really super nice. Now, why is it so high end? Well, I think along the way, over the history, when those started in the 30s and 40s, there were a lot of people that had a tremendous amount of money going into the cattle industry. You have to remember that Fort Worth was a cattle association. I mean, even now, right now, we're in January of 23. The stock show's just getting started. It's one of the world famous stock shows. There's still a lot of people raising cattle out in the outskirts that live right here close to the city. So you have a lot of high-end housing. But the good news is it's not just the high-end housing. It's a great place to live, even if you're just looking in that mid-range, because there's those shopping experiences and dining and entertainment that's just right down the road from the campus itself. So what we see a lot is people who go to TCU like to buy their homes, live there for 4 years, and sometimes they'll rent them out, or they just become their homes because they love it so much. These neighborhoods are absolutely sought after, and the homes go really fast. Typically recession-proof as well, just so you know. But I wanted to take you on a little bit of a road trip today, show you around the neighborhood, and get you an idea of what's happening in the TCU area. And one of the first places that I always like to talk about when we're talking about TCU is right across the street on University. There are 2 locations of food that are just so good. One of them is Pizza Snob, and as you can see, the pizzas are delicious, but the toppings are where it's at, because they've upgraded all the toppings. Things like candied jalapenos and buttermilk Alfredo sauce. And the way that they make them, they can have them done in less than 2 minutes. So by the time you walk through, just like you would with like a Chipotle or a Mod Pizza with these high-end ingredients, by the time you get to the end of the line and you pay, they've almost finished your pizza. it's less than 5 minutes. You can go from I want a pizza to I have the best pizza in about the 5-mile radius to have in your belly. So Pizza Snob's definitely a stop that I would make. The other one I would make would be to Dutch's Hamburgers. Now, this place right here has become kind of notorious for really, really good burgers. And with it being across the street from the university, especially on game days, because we have baseball and basketball and football, obviously from the national championships. Go Frogs, great job this year. We are super proud of our Frogs and how well they did. Obviously, we didn't get all the way through and get the national championship again, but absolutely super proud to say that those guys represented the city of Fort Worth. Man, they represented them so well. So that's my little cut too. But both of those places are really, really nice. Now, the next thing we did, Gary and I, who's one of the vendors that I work with on a regular basis and a friend, we went to Enchiladas Ole. And I'm going to show you a little bit of footage there. That place is legit. They have all these different kinds of sauces. If you think about an enchilada, if you're not familiar, if you're not from the area, an enchilada is essentially a meat wrapped in a tortilla and then a sauce put on it. And the owner there is famous for her sauces, and that's how she got started. Enchiladas Ole is famous for video. I'm getting B-roll, girl. Yeah, absolutely. We love it here.
This is really good.
Really? Oh my gosh. Awesome. Thank you. I love spinach. Oh, Chipotle is my favorite.
This is good. This is really good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
The brisket actually, as I eat it more, it has a lot more flavor than a lot of
it does.
places.
It's really, really good. So, for those of you who haven't been here, Enchiladas Ole is a locally owned restaurant. Absolutely phenomenal food. Here with Gary Smith. Let me say hi.
Hi.
We're just having a good time, man. Absolutely phenomenal. Enchiladas to die for. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not. Isn't that wrong? Try the beans. Beans are good. So she's the owner. So the owner is in there watching us eat your food. That's real. So good. Even the rice is good, man.
I'm a fan.
This is cream spinach sauce.
I think we've got to get it rescheduled.
All right, I used to be a
Sunday
server.
then, yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right. Now when I feel like I'm doing something wrong, I actually am.
Yes. Yes.
This is probably not.
So are these chicken or beef or?
You know what? It's a surprise because
We don't know.
the owner brought them to us. We don't know.
All right.
I'm gonna get you in on this.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Chipotle and spinach.
Here, cheers.
Cheers. All right. We'll try this one.
All right, it's chicken.
Yep.
Going in on the spinach.
Wow. That is good.
That is good.
All right. Let's swap.
So the spinach is really super creamy. You get a little bit of that cream, and then that spinach just hits on the back. So it's not just like all spinach forward. You get like a mixture.
That one's got some spice to it, but not like Thai 5 out of 5 knock you over.
Right on.
All right. Spinach.
Enchilada. A lot of cheese. Look at that. All right. Yes, I like it though. Smoky chipotle.
I like the Chipotle. This is good. Chipotle,
This is
really good.
super smoky. I like the smoke in it.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I'll do one more bite and then I can.
That's all good. It's all good. Just so you know, we're eating from different enchiladas. It's not like we're just going off on each other's food. I mean, we do that.
We do that. We share.
But not today. Okay.
Jason, thank you for introducing me to Enchiladas Ole. I've never even heard of this place.
Great.
He went on and on about the enchiladas are so good. Like how many times you've heard this is the best Mexican food? This is phenomenal.
So try it. We'll try just a little bit though. Try it with the pickled onion.
Just the hint of pickled onion.
Yeah.
He's a sushi expert in a Mexican restaurant.
You gotta try it with the pickled onion.
There we go. All right.
Pickled onions.
All right, that just made it.
Difference
Even
maker.
better.
Difference maker.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's the thing. Enchiladas Ole has 2 locations. There's one right over here by TCU. Go Frogs. Go Hit No Toad. All right. And then there's the other location, which is in North Richland Hills. That's closer to you.
Yes.
He's out of Plano. North Richland Hills over by Davis. Used to be the old Slim Pickens.
Some Chicken's place. Yep.
Chicken's place. So if you want to check that out, I would highly suggest that you give these guys a shot. You're not going to go wrong. So whatever sauce you choose, whether it's some of their seasonal sauces like these are, or you go with some of their traditional. I think you had
We had the hatch brisket.
Hatch brisket.
Phenomenal.
And Cheetos.
Amazing.
Absolutely phenomenal. All their moles are wonderful. But check them out. They're open daily. The owner was just here, and I know she's a busy lady, so definitely want to check it out, guys. Man, I am telling you, that food was delicious, and my belly's all kind of distended and full still today. Yeah, I'm doing all this in one day, so just so you know, I ate those enchiladas are here right now. We'll see where they're at in 2 or 3. You know what? I shouldn't do that. I apologize. You know, you don't want to know that. You don't want to know where it goes. You don't even want to know that. Maybe I should just stop. I'm going to keep going. All right. So after we left Enchiladas Ole, Gary had to go back and do work. And of course, I wanted to show you one more place that I love. My boys and I love to play video games together. And for those of you who are dads and kids, you want to have those experiences with your children. Well, we found a place called Cidercade that was up in Dallas, and it was in the Bishop Arts District in Dallas. So if you're familiar with that neighborhood, they started a cider company that does alcoholic beverages, cider, and they wanted to have a place where people would consume these beverages. It's an unusual thing at the time. And so Bishop Cider started Cidercade in Dallas. Well, they just recently added it in Fort Worth. And man, this place is huge. It's massive. Let me just show you around here a little bit. You guys take a look. One of the things I can't get over is the massive size of Cidercade. It's got to be every bit of 25,000 square feet of pure arcade. And there's that smell, right? For those of you who are kind of like 80s kids, Gen X, you'll remember the smell of an arcade. It's something that you can't overcome. And they have perfected it somehow. Those sounds of the video games going off, the pool tables, the click-clack of a air hockey, just everybody having this incredible time. I think that's what really makes the difference is you have people of all different ages coming here, whether they're your older generation folks that are coming back for the nostalgia or it's just your mid-range people, but these kids were having an incredible time. So I really don't think it matters what age group you're going to have come here. They're going to have a phenomenal experience. Now, who would I be if I didn't try my hand at some NBA Jam? Oh, so satisfying. O'Neal! I love it. But really the reason we come here is for the pinball. Each one of these pinball machines is probably $8,000 to $12,000 and they take a lot of maintenance. So if you want to own one of these things, even if you could afford buying it, you're going to have to maintain it constantly. So we like to come up here and play our pinball knowing that it's going to be working and I don't have to buy it and I don't have to maintain it. $10. Of course, I'm not very good at it either, but that's okay, right? I think it is. If the video games weren't enough for you, they also have a axe throwing company just on the outside as well. So whether or not you're looking for just a good time with your family or want to have a nice date, this is a great area. It's over 21 after 8 p.m. So if you get past that point, you don't have to worry about there being any kid around or some sort of problem there. So it's something to think about when you're checking out Cidercade, is that it's over 21 past a certain time frame. So you want to check that out. If you're bringing kids, you want to make sure it's earlier in the day and not necessarily something that's later, right? So, I mean, can you go wrong with a place like that? Entertainment, they have food, so if you want a pizza, they have it there. Not as good as Pizza Snob, but it's really tasty, okay? And I'll say this, you know, if you like cider, they have like 15 different flavors of cider that you can try. And the video games are amazing. I mean, if you're talking to me, they're going to be doing the track and field. I don't even know how you... you know what? I can't even do it right now. But when I'm playing that game, I am a master, okay? I played that game when I was a kid, and I threw so many quarters into that thing. I should be an Olympian. But instead, I learned how to play track and field. Nonetheless, here we are. I enjoy that place. They have Guitar Hero, obviously, all the different fun things that you can do there. And man, you can just keep going. For $10 per person. Now think about this. I used to spend 40 or 50 bucks. I'm not proud of it, but I used to spend 40 or 50 bucks at the arcade when I was younger with my brother and I. Boy, we'd go out and have a great time. We'd just go play video games. Mortal Kombat! You know, we'd play those games. And they have them all. Tekken. God, I could just... Burger Time. Do you see this? Burger Time is there. I can't tell you how many times I played Burger Time on the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, with our family, just sitting there going back and forth. Mundane, stupid video games, but it brings back a memory and it's a lot of fun. When we were there, the baseball team was also there, so we got to kind of see some of them having a good time as well. Obviously, whether it's just you going there or if you're taking your family or some friends and you just want to have a good time, that's a great place to stop. Look, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about some of the shopping that's available to you just within minutes of the actual university. So if you're parked in that housing area that's going to surround it, you're going to have the availability for some really super high-end shopping. Just west of the university, probably less than 5 minutes, is going to be a place called The Shops at Clear Fork, and that is located along the Chisholm Trail Parkway at Edwards Ranch Road. Now, what's really cool about it is there's a Neiman Marcus there. If you know anything about Neiman Marcus, they're kind of famous for their high-end clothing and wares. They used to do a thing at Christmas where they would sell like just absurdly crazy Christmas presents. You could buy a chateau in France. You could buy a $150 million yacht. They would just have these absurd things that you could purchase and say, I bought a yacht on Neiman Marcus's Christmas list, whatever. Nonetheless, it's there. They have Gucci, Tom Ford, some of the really super high-end designers that you're going to have. Arhaus, which is a really amazing, nice furniture store. If you've never been in one, definitely want to go check it out. It's worth the walkthrough. Now, depending on where you're at financially, may or may not be your jam. For me personally, I'm not a Gucci guy. I know this is going to surprise you, right? Jason, I really caught you as you were. I just saw you as a Gucci guy. Definitely so. No, that's not me. That's not me. But what I will say is this: there's a place called Fix over there, and we're going back to food. I know, whatever. It's fine. I'm good with it. You should be too. There's a place called Fix, and I've had biscuits all over the world. My dog is named Biscuit. Okay, that's how much I love biscuits. And the biscuit at Fix Southern House is the best I've had. The best biscuit I've ever had is at Fix over at the Shops at Clear Fork. There's a movie theater there as well, so if you're into that, super great. like I said, lots of shopping, dining. There's even some housing over there if you're looking for an apartment or something like that. There's some really cool apartments that are close to there, and they're even building more. So that's a place to consider as well if you're thinking about TCU. Now, if you head north from the university, you're going to come up on 7th Street. And 7th Street is full of some really, really cool old Fort Worth items. One of the things that I truly love about it is right there at University and 7th Street is going to be Blue Sushi and Sake. They have authentic sushi. We're not talking, I mean, they have the stuff that's cooked, but really, really, really good rolls. Perfect, like yellowfin tuna that's just pristine. Great place to get really good sushi. Across the street, you're gonna have Eddie V's Seafood and Steakhouse. Great place to take a date if you're looking for a high-end steakhouse. Definitely worth a stop over there as well. Well, that is the TCU area in a very, very minute, small, not even hitting the surface of all the cool stuff that's over there, scratching the surface of TCU area. So if you're thinking about going into Frog Country and you want to have some good architecture, you want to have some good food, you want to go have some good entertainment, you want to shop like there's no tomorrow, TCU might be your jam. And if it is, we'd love for you to reach out to us. Let us know how we can be of assistance in your home search. But definitely, no matter what, if you're enjoying the information that we're giving you, then we would love it if you would click the like button, comment, let us know what we can do that we haven't shown you yet. And of course, subscribe for more information about the Fort Worth area and how you can know more about us, about them, which is about a lot of things. And I don't know how to stop and end. Have a good day.